It's a deal that on paper looks good for the Egyptians and look good for the Israelis, without the fear of mass evacuation, mass displacement of Palestinians, because this has been one of the pinning points for Egypt, that it doesn't want to see millions of Palestinians move outside of Palestine. Now, what does Netanyahu say is that this agreement is no longer viable because of the current conditions in Gaza. So he thinks that if he goes into Rafah, most of the Palestinians will have no choice but to go over beyond the border and move to Sinai. This would appease the right wing of his government, but not necessarily, I think, would ensure safety and security for both Egypt and Israel. As many of your viewers know, Rafah right now has more than... The problem that Netanyahu doesn't seem to understand is that it is better for the security and the safety of both Israel and Egypt to have an agreement with states like Egypt and Jordan, because otherwise he's just opening the door for non-state actors, for militant groups to fill in the void. If Egypt is no longer under any obligation and no treaty binds them to hold the security of the crossing, then it's basically you're opening the door for chaos. Netanyahu seems to be in a bid to save his skin over how this operation has been ongoing, and since he announced really unrealistic objectives since the beginning, anything short of that looks like a defeat for him. Or armed groups active at the border with Gaza. The approach it is following right now actually emboldens Iran, it emboldens militant groups, and give little ground for Arab states who are serious and wants to have negotiations with Israel. The current announcement by Netanyahu actually threatens one of the main treaties it had with an Arab state for decades.